Say the line, Bart!
These nuts.
I have lost my mind over these last few months. I've been living in the woods with my Uncle Ted, and he's been making me do things that I don't understand, and says that I can't tell anyone, or else the FBI will find out and send the Blue Helmets to come and take us away and sell our intestines to the aliens to perform ritual sacrifice to the Antichrist. Okay, I've indulged myself with esoteric weirdness, so I'll cut to the chase because you know I don't like to insult the intelligence of my audience. You want to know why I've put "for now" in my title. I've just finished this academic year of university studies and have the summer break before starting my final year in September. After this final year, the concept of a summer break will be gone for me, as will free time during the week as I get a graduate job and start working on an actual career. So next year, exactly 12 months from when I'm making this video, I'm going to stop making videos on this channel. I might occasionally pop back when I really feel like talking about something, but it's not going to be regular at all. It might be like once a year. The truth is, I have no clue. If that's all you want to hear, then by all means stop the video now, but I will go on to explain why. I've simply been a lot happier over the last few months than I previously have. My Instagram page got banned, which is a blessing in disguise, and I deleted my Twitter account because I realised all it did was make me irreconcilably angry to go on it. Removing social media from my life and any discussion of politics outside of close-knit groups with similar values to me has made my mind so much more at peace. I haven't found myself mournful at the state of the world and what's to come by listening to the hysterical minority of clamouring authoritarians on their social media soapboxes. I've instead invested my time into my hobbies, and over the summer I'm going to invest it more into philosophy and career skills. Given my change of mindset away from politics and toward learning about how to make myself and my life better, my content will be pretty different going forward. A piece of advice I was given when I started out was to make about 50 videos first of all, then just essentially recycle those ideas by rewording them and presenting them in different ways. This will now be my 56th video, and I absolutely dread the thought of just starting over and repeating myself. Of all the things I've said, I'm pretty happy with most of it and don't feel the need to reword it. I know it's the right thing to do if I wanted to grow my channel, play the algorithm, and get the highest results with the lowest amount of effort, but that's not something I'm willing to do. Don't get me wrong, I do not look down on this practice for a second. I want there to be more libertarians on YouTube that do this, who do get seen, get the message out, and reach great heights. But in order to do that, you have to allow politics to consume your life, and that is absolutely not something that I'm going to do. I don't want to go about trying to live a good and ordinary life with the prospect of being doxxed by crazy socialists looming over my head every day like the sword of Damocles. I am absolutely keeping my political life separate from who I actually am. This is not the approach that all of our great inspirations like Ron Paul and Ludwig von Mises took, so I know that as a result I will not be remembered or even influential in the great scheme of the libertarian movement, but I do not want to be. I want a simple life and to live it on my own terms. Networking with other libertarians and making small-scale, actionable plans is the way to do that, and so I will, but after this year it will be entirely confined to myself. Make of all of this what you will, but I wanted to put out as early a warning as possible for all of you so you know what to expect and when, rather than me just dropping off the face of the earth again with the last minute's heads up, because next time it will be for good. I also still do not know what sort of topics I want to discuss in videos yet. I have a very long list of ideas I've written down over this time, but still none of them jump off the page at me. My content has always followed from what I've been learning about, and these days explicitly political and libertarian things have become less and less a part of that. I've been getting into philosophy a lot more, and I have praised the philosophy of Stoicism many times on this channel, as I've been reading about it on and off for years, but I found much more in it now than I ever thought there was before, and specifically things that I wish other men of my age and younger could hear, as I continue to observe more and more total hopelessness and existential dread among them. Stoicism has the answer for the question that these men don't even know that they're asking, how do I live a good life? Seeing the depression lying just underneath the surface of so many of these young men that I've taken to calling my friends has deeply upset me, and I want to get to work addressing this straight away. Saying all of this is just to display to you that I might not be talking about politics and economics as much as I have been before. I most certainly still will, but I feel like I've already said most of my thoughts on those matters, and they haven't changed too much over 4 months. I have found more of an appreciation than I did before for traditionalist philosophy from people such as Roger Scruton, which I will certainly learn more about and discuss more, but only in order to enrich my own life and view on the world, and not fall into the trap which so many do of trying to enforce good morals on other people, thereby making themselves immoral. I've also really enjoyed learning about Aristotle and incorporating his philosophy of virtue more explicitly into Stoicism, and creating a bridge from the Stoic school to all other philosophies that were inspired by Aristotle, which include classical liberalism, Austro-libertarianism, and objectivism, among a few. Like many, I've also been watching the moves made by the Mises caucus of the US Libertarian Party with great enthusiasm, and will happily join the growing choir of libertarians that are singing their praises. The libertarian movement overall is quickly building up momentum, and I want my content to be a fallback of information for those people that will soon be picking up the banner, in order to make sure that they actually know something about the things they're talking about and don't make themselves look foolish, particularly on economics, which I've tried to create a bridge between most people's basic intuitions on the matter and the hoity-toity academic types that seem to be speaking another language. The future for us is currently incredibly exciting and is being driven by fantastic people, and I am more than content to hang up my hat and watch the rest of them do their magic. So this has no doubt been a rambly video. I'm normally pretty self-conscious about that, but I've dropped all of the anxiety that I used to let myself feel from my endeavours with this channel, and I'm going to do everything at my own pace and leisure from now on. So if you enjoy listening to the ramblings of a nut job with a regionless English accent, then I'll be happy to oblige. Take it easy.